Alrighty then. Hey, this is Wentus yet again, and I'm going to be continuing my Let's Play of Persona 3 FES. Last time was basically just an information dump episode, and not a whole lot happened, just a couple days passed. But we did enter Tartarus for the first time, and we'll be entering the labyrinth of it right now. We just have to head up these stairs and enter. Oh, and that was an interesting bug. Either way, I'd say we're playing ready. Let's head in. That's a beautiful clock, by the way. So we're entering Block 1. Oh my god, Tartarus. This place is huge. Let me just say that.
So, this is it, huh?
I hope I don't get lost.
As long as we stick together, we should be fine.
Can you all hear me?
Yeah, how can you talk to us? I thought technology doesn't work.
Whoa, is that you, Senpai?
I'll be providing audio backup from here on out.
Wait, you mean you can see inside here?
It's my Persona's ability.
Okay, that
I'd
makes
like
sense
to join
then.
you, but the structure of Tartarus changes from day to day.
So her persona allows her to kind of sense what's going on here and talk to us.
That's why outside support is imperative.
Okay,
Well, that makes me feel a whole lot better.
that whole thing about changing from day to day, what that basically means is that this dungeon is randomly generated. Every floor is completely random and it changes every time you go through it. So yeah, keep that in mind. So if your game seems a bit different than mine, if you're playing through along with me, then that's why.
Now, based on your current location, you can expect to encounter enemies at any minute. They shouldn't be too tough, but proceed with caution.
Alright.
Practice makes perfect.
Yeah,
Right.
best way to learn is by doing.
Got it.
Now, oh,
Why is she always like that?
a bit more of that discontent with Yukari. Still, we can begin in Tartarus now. Also, I forgot to do my disclaimer at the beginning of the series. Before we continue with anything else, I'm doing my disclaimer. This is an N-rated game, so my commentary may become N-rated at some times. So expect that. If I start swearing or anything due to frustration, which probably will happen, I'm going to be honest, then this is your fair warning. Also, I'm going to make another comment. There are all kinds of comedic things I could do, or rather comedic comments I could make about the female characters in this game. I want to point out I do have a girlfriend. This is basically my... how to put it... my basic warning saying that anything I comment about on that, I'm not fully serious about, I'm just joking. Just pointing that out there, so no one call me out on that. I'm basically saying this just in case my girlfriend is watching, basically. So, anything I say means nothing. Okay? Okay, we're good. Alright. So, yes, we will be engaging in actual battles once we're here. Luckily, we actually happen to spawn with a treasure chest right in front of us, which looks a bit like a suitcase. Basically, it contains treasure. We got medicine, which I believe heals 50 HP, which is really good to have early on. So let's continue moving along here. And yep, there's a shadow up ahead of us. So we can press the X button to swing our weapon and get the advantage. We basically have to sneak up on them. If we hit them from behind before they spotted us, then we get an advantage in battle. Basically, we get to go first. In fact, we get to go a full turn ahead of them. But if they hit us and catch us unawares, or hit us at all, period, then they get to go a full turn ahead of us, which can be really bad against some shadows. So, let's do this. Just gotta sneak up behind it. And we got it. We got the advantage. Or not.
Takeba has informed me about your power, but nevertheless, you have minimal combat experience. Would you like me to explain the basics of battle?
Actually, I'd rather you not, Mitsuru.
Okay. Then I want you to defeat the enemy before you.
Alright, I cut her off there because honestly this is all what is being repeated. I've already told you about skills, and I've told you about basic attacks. We can also change the tactics of our teammates, which is not really important now, but will be later. I'll explain as to why. We have items, which right now we just have that medicine, which heals allies. We can use skills. I think I'm going to show off Agi, which will bring me to my next point. Oh, I completely forgot. There's something I need to show right now, is that something special I'm going to be doing in this series. I'm going to be covering every detail about these characters, or rather enemies. All their stats, all of their abilities, everything. So, I'm going to do that now. Alrighty then, this is going to be our first case of an enemy bio. Now as you see on screen, it's going to be showing all the skills that they have, which this particular enemy, the Cowardly Maya, has slash attacks and Bufu as its abilities. It is also level 2, the Magician Arcana, which you can see card 4 up there, and also its weaknesses are listed here. So basically this particular shadow is weak to fire, electricity, and wind, and has no other strengths or weaknesses aside from that. Its base stats can be read alongside the screen, and that's pretty much all you need to know. These enemies are very basic, and they're one of the ones we're going to be running up against pretty early in the game. Alrighty, continuing with the battle, I believe it was said in this one, I should mention, all of these things are being done post-videos, so I don't actually know, so I'm kind of going into this without knowing them. However, I remember the Cowardly Mayas are weak to Augie.
A wisely chosen attack. Here's our chance.
So,
for an all-out attack.
if an enemy is weak to something, they get knocked down. And if all enemies are knocked down, we get an all-out attack for free. And that's enough to finish off this particular enemy.
What a stunning victory.
Very easy, but not every battle will be that easy. We also got Snuff Soul, which increases our SP. Abilities like Augie cost us SP. So let's take a look around a bit more. Okay, here... Yep, staircase nearby. Basically, we can't use this now. Staircases are how I proceed to the next level of the dungeon. Or rather, the next level of Tartarus. For now, though, we're going to be sticking around here. Yes, I already explained this. So, our goal is to sneak up behind it. Now, this one's probably gonna see us, and I'm just gonna hit it. Just don't want to have an enemy advantage. That would be very bad. Here you see we got two enemies.
Explain about attack properties, which are.
Alright, I've already explained this, Mitsuru. Basically, every enemy has a weakness. If I hold down L1, I can have Mitsuru scan them, basically.
Attempt to analyze the enemy.
And in doing so, since we have... oh wait, no, we don't have an advantage. By the way, you can also go to Mitsuru in Tactics and have her scan there, which is...
The analysis is underway.
Oh, we're already analyzing, so... The analysis will basically tell us what they're weak to, and if I remember correctly, it'll tell us how much HP and SP they have, but nothing else. Still, I'm going to show this again. Augie is their weakness of these particular enemies. We're probably going to kill them before Mitsuru can finish scanning them. But if we hit a weak point, then we get a once more. Once more allows us to attack again without it having to end our turn. And we can do this as many times as there are weaknesses. However, if you attack a weak an already downed enemy with a weakness, you will not get a once more. Keep that in mind. Still, you get an all-out attack, which does the same amount of damage regardless of enemies. So we can wipe them both out.
Victory. Great job.
Oh, and we got a revival bead from that. That is super useful. Wow, I was actually not expecting to get that. If you get knocked down in combat, a revival bead will allow you to revive one of your allies. Well, if we get knocked down, it's game over. But if one of our allies is knocked down, we can revive them now, which is really useful. Trust me, you're going to want a lot of revival beads. Alright, so yeah, we can use the map. We can see an orange mark showing that there's an enemy around the corner. But we can get the jump on him because he's facing the other way. So we should have a...
Were you able to exploit the... If you didn't already notice, would you
like
more detail?
No, I do not want more details, Mitsuru.
Then proceed with the battle.
I just want to be able to get my advantage, that way I can show what scanning does.
Roger.
But I'm just going to kill them really quickly because I don't want to get hit, basically.
You struck the enemy's weakness.
So, it doesn't really matter about scanning, like, since I'm showing all the details about them, but it does matter for my gameplay because, after they're scanned, they stay scanned for that particular enemy permanently. And your allies will know what their weaknesses are and will try to exploit those weaknesses. And as you saw, we got that little, thing where it showed the eyes. That basically either means you hit their weakness or you got a critical, one of the two. So, we got a chance for an all-out attack. Let's go ahead and take him down. And that's that. Oh, if she says that, that means we got something called Shuffle Time. Shuffle Time basically makes it so that these cards appear in front of us. We get to choose one and take it away. That yellow one means we get some extra money from the battle, and the red one means we get a new item, usually a weapon. But the one that's gold-plated is a persona. Personas we can equip, and they have different arcanas, which can affect our social links and all kinds of stuff. Right now, getting personas is your highest priority. Try to get one of each. More than one of each really doesn't help you at all. Now, this happens every once in a while after battle. It actually happens pretty often after battle. But keep in mind, you don't just get to pick and choose. They flip. And now you have to keep an eye on which one it is. This is why it's called shuffle time. I want to get that Pixie over there. So we get the Persona Pixie welcomed into our heart. And we get Snuff Soul. And a level up. Wow, that was really a useful battle. Our HP and SP has increased. We're able to create personas up to level 3. I'll explain creating personas soon. But we have a new persona. That's awesome.
Yes! My skill level has increased.
Yep, and all of our party members have leveled up.
Junpei is leveled up.
They'll have a little line like that every time they leveled up, which them leveling up just changes their stats, nothing else. Maybe they'll get a new ability, but it varies. But you can actually check on that by, if I remember correctly, talking to them. If you check their stats and equipment, you can see what they have equipped, which you can change. Which right now there's nothing really to change anything. But if you switch to the persona, you can see their stats. Right now, Yukari she's weak to electricity and she's strong against wind, and she has the spell of Dia. Dia heals. So that's really useful. Yukari is right now our dedicated healer, more or less. Although she has a decent amount of offense as well. There's no really dedicated characters in this game. They can be whatever you want, just depending on what you want their tactics to be. And Junpei, if you look at his persona, he has the ability Cleave, and he's soon to get Agi, so he's also strong against fire and weak against wind. So that's something very important to keep in mind when fighting opponents. But he also has the ability Cleave right now. That is a physical persona ability that I haven't gotten into yet. Well, actually no, I briefly touched on it with our first battle. Bash, which we have as a physical persona ability too. Those cost you HP instead of SP, but they deal physical damage, which can be useful in a lot of situations. Now that I've touched on that, let's continue exploring this floor. Yes, healing items. This is basic stuff involving RPGs. Let's see if we can't sneak up behind him. Let's get behind him and get him! So 4 of them this time.
There is a better way to defeat all of your...
Yes, this all-out attack. We know all about this already, Mitsuru. Honestly, I don't know why they bothered... I don't know why they bother explaining all these things again and again, because if you follow the instructions the first time, you'll have figured this much out. Still, there's Bash that deals strike damage, which again, every enemy has a weakness. Some are weak to strike, some are strong against strike. There's a lot of different tactics to this. Still, right now, most of our enemies are weak to Agi, which is really convenient for us, which allows us to basically chain Agi onto all of them. When Junpei learns Agi, it'll be very useful as well, because we can use attack. We can have him focus specific enemies that are weak to it, and then it's really useful. Still, this is using up most of our SP. I'm only doing this right now because we don't really have to worry about SP since we're only doing one floor. Normally in long-term exploration, you want to conserve your SP because it's not easy to return. At least, not too easy. Alright, let's get him, and we can do an all attack. And that should take care of all of them. Done and done.
You have the potential to grow even stronger.
Alright, and we have another shuffle time. Alright, right now we have Pixie again, which we already have, so I won't be going for that. We have the green mark, which is called the Wands. The Wands increase how much experience you gain from a battle, and the red one again is an item. I don't usually go for items, but Wands, most of the time that's what I'll be going for. So, this will increase our experience, brings us up to 24 experience points. I don't...
Yes! My skill level has increased!
That leveled up both Junpei and Yukari. Awesome.
Junpei is leveled up.
Kind of sad it doesn't show you how much it increases it by. Wait, are we having to go back right now? Oh no, we're not having to go back right now. What this basically means is, what she's explaining now... Oh, she's actually going to require us to do this. If we press square, we can have people, we can change their priorities. Okay, okay, here's the basics of this. She's requiring us to hit split up. We can either split up and have them explore the floor, which will cause them to, our party will split up and they'll explore at random, basically, try to find new areas. And if they find an enemy, they'll usually run past it if we hit split up, because they don't want to fight by themselves. You're significantly weaker by yourself. Or if we hit priority defeat shadows, they'll search for shadows and defeat them. With splitting up though, however, they'll open chests for you and gather items, and if they find the stairs, they'll tell you, or an access point, they'll tell you. Mitsuru, just shut up. I just need to explain these things. Yes.
Everyone.
Finding an
Spread out
access
and
point
proceed
is something that we'll see momentarily. Junpei just found a chest. Alright, she found an access point, which I'm going to show now.
Okay, then I'll look around some more.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna make sure that every inch of this place is explored. So, okay, we got every chest. Yukari found the access point, which would allow us to activate it remotely. But I'm just gonna show it up close. This is an access point. If you choose it, the entire party can return to the entrance, which fully heals us. Oh, and Junpei found that snuff soul in the chest. He gave it to us just now. Still, this fully heals us and gives us some options. We can go back, or, well, we can't actually go back to the same floor.
Welcome back.
I should explain that a bit more. We were on the first floor, so we can just go up the stairs here and go right to it. But if we were on, say, the third floor, we'd have to start over again at the first floor. This will become more relevant later. Still, let's continue on with what's going on.
So, how was it?
It was actually pretty easy.
I see. Well, if you gained confidence, that's the best thing you could have achieved.
I suppose so.
Wow, I never knew I had that kind of power.
Junpei, you did literally nothing other than the all-out attacks.
We kicked some ass.
Okay, that we did. I can't deny that.
But damn, I'm beat.
That's because you were bouncing around like a little kid.
Well, yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, you look pretty tired yourself, Yucatan.
I'm still trying to catch my breath, actually.
That's the effect of the dark hour. You'll become fatigued more easily. Don't worry though, you'll adapt. But I'm surprised. You all did much better than I expected.
Why are you so surprised? I managed to take down that big shadow you guys were having trouble with like one shot.
At this rate, they'll catch up to you in no time, Akihiko.
We'll see about that.
I'll take that as a challenge. Oh. Here we have this again. The Fool Arcana has now reached rank 2. I believe it's rank 2. Yeah, it is rank 2. So, this means that when we create a persona of the Fool Arcana, it'll become even stronger. So, gaining levels in your social links is very important. Still, this one we get for free. But I think we're done here with the Dark Hour for tonight. Well, technically we don't well, I guess we have to be done. It's making us choose to leave, though. Still, before we go, I'm gonna go ahead and save real quick. I always save in a new spot when I'm doing recordings, just in case I have to go back, because if I make one mistake in this playthrough, then I have to go back and fix it. If I don't keep multiple save files, I'm in trouble. I'm in big trouble. Because this is a very long game, and I don't have time to do repeats like I did with Sonic Adventure if I have a failure. So, Dark Hour will soon be over. If we choose to leave right now, we can leave and have the Dark Hour come to an end. Even though it says Dark Hour, we can technically stay in Tartarus as long as we want normally. So, it's not usually that big a deal, but right now, it's best if we just go home. It's Tuesday, it's time for school. Oh, who's this guy? Yes, I am. And you are? Interesting, so Junpei is spreading rumors about us and Yukari. Wait. I guess doesn't. I look for someone with a little more experience. Interesting, I wonder what he means by experience. Either way, it's nice to meet you, Kenji. Oh yeah, the morning assembly. Fun times. I hate assemblies.
That concludes the main portion of today's
Oh, thank
assembly.
God. It just skipped it.
Next, we'll hear a word from the Student Council. Please welcome the new president, Mitsuru Kirijo, from Class 3D.
Well, at least it's listening to Mitsuru instead of
Thank
some
you.
guy talking super slowly.
So, she did get elected.
Again, jealousy, Yukari?
Well, I guess she is the most popular girl in school.
You sound
You can
really
say that
jealous.
again. There's like some kind of aura around her. Besides, this school's owned by the Kirijo group, right?
Interesting. Owned by the Kirijo group. Wonder if that had anything to do with it.
Yeah, I try not to think about that.
As I begin my term as Student Council President, I'd like to share with you my vision for this coming year. It is my firm belief that each of us must accept the responsibility of bettering our school. However, change cannot occur without sustained effort and an unprecedented level of commitment. That is why we must restructure our daily lives to accommodate this lofty goal. I'd like each of you to dig deeply into your well of motivation and reevaluate your convictions.
She sure knows how to give a speech.
To imagine a bold new future without losing sight of the realities around you. That is the key. I'm certain that many of you have your own visions of the future. For us to reap the full benefits of our education, your participation, ideas, and enthusiasm are essential. Thank you.
That was pretty well done.
Dang, that was freaking amazing.
That's another way of putting it, Junpei, and an accurate way of putting it.
So, do you have any idea what you just said?
Junpei, you and I are gonna get along well.
Sure didn't sound like something a high schooler would say.
Got that right.
If it was anyone else, we'd be laughing our asses off.
Well, I don't know. I have to respect someone who can speak that well. Ah, more school. Meiji area. The Meiji era in literature. Wow. Not often you hear teachers say they're tired of these books. Usually they're very enthusiastic about it. Well, at least she's covering something else educational. She's not like one of those lazy teachers. Isolated cloud suspended over the tall, snowy mountain peak. Aw, man, I like poetry though. I'm gonna stay awake. Definitely want to stay awake for this. Alright, she's accusing Kenji of sleeping. Kenji's the kid we met earlier today. Ooh. Can she do that? I'm pretty sure she can't do that. But I wouldn't question her. Wait, like last time? Miss Toriumi, you're funny. So she actually demands cake when her students are being lazy. And apparently Kenji's had it happen more than once, because this time she's actually requiring him to bake a cake. But hey, at least we learned something. Our academics have increased. That is very useful. We definitely want to get that as often as possible. Our classes have ended for today. Finally, as of today, we can spend our time after school as we wish. If we establish social links, we can spend time with those people. There are many places we can go to increase our different stats as well. There's plenty of places for us to look around. But for now, I believe there's something we should be doing. In fact, I'm going to check my chart real quick. Oh, yeah, I thought there was something we were supposed to do. But let's go ahead and head out for now. Let's see. Anyone we can talk to in particular? Here, one moment, I'm going to read this. Okay, never mind. Sorry about that. I don't know if I'm even going to cut that out. I just was reading something. Still, as far as what to do after school today, well, there's nothing really much for us to do around the school, so let's go ahead and head out. Oh, seems we have something to do.
It's Akihiko-senpai! Where? Oh, there he is!
Sounds like he's less than entertained by all the women.
Have you noticed how popular Akihiko-san is with the ladies? Man, take a look at that.
I bet it's because he keeps his jacket over his shoulder. We should try that.
I didn't used to talk to him much, but now I've got a good excuse. I know he's the captain of the boxing team, but...
I'm telling you, it's because he keeps the jacket over his shoulder. drives the ladies crazy.
Who would have thought he'd be such a chick magnet? I mean, come on. You don't even see girls flock like that on TV. I wonder where they're going.
Wait for us!
Hey, are you guys free this afternoon?
Yeah, we are actually. At least I am.
Hell yeah! What you got in mind?
I want the two of you to meet me at Polonia Mall.
Alright.
You know where it is, right? I'll be at the police station. See you there.
Alrighty then.
The police station? You mean we're not hanging out with your friends?
I think Junpei was a little bit too hopeful.
Who, these girls? I don't even know their names. They talk so much they give me a headache.
Oh, come on, Akihiko, don't be like that. They clearly like you.
Anyway, I'm gonna head out. Don't keep me waiting.
Oh, why can't he be more friendly? But that's what makes him so cool.
I guess that's a turn on to girls. So, wow, that is ironic. The guy who's not interested in the women is the one who gets flocked by them. There's something deep inside there, but I'm not gonna bother looking for it.
Man, how can he not know their names? I mean, seriously, just look at them.
I don't know, maybe he has a girlfriend.
Ah, well, let's go.
And I guess we will head over there. It's kind of funny, it says from this day forward, we can do whatever we want after school, but we do have another automated session, pretty much. Although we have Junpei with us. It's not technically automated, but it's one of those but thou must kind of things. You have to go here. So here's our first example of the world map, or town map rather. We can travel to different areas via train. There's all kinds of places we can hang out, but for now let's head to Polonia Mall like Akihiko wanted us to. So let's see, set by the police station. Let's see if we head over. Let's see what's inside. Hopefully you'll be here in here otherwise. Okay, that could have been really awkward.
Thank you, sir. Oh, these are the guys I was talking about earlier.
Okay. Well, you look creepy.
I was waiting for you guys. This is Officer Kurosawa. He helps keep our squad well equipped.
It's nice to meet you.
And this is from Ikutsuki-san.
Really? Sweet!
5,000 yen, not bad. I believe that's the equivalent to approximately $50. I'm not going to complain, I'm just going to accept it.
You can't fight empty-handed, so find something you like. Officer Kurosawa has connections, but these things still cost money.
Okay, that's a fair point.
Of course they do. Nothing in life is free.
I realize that. Well, I'll see you later. Thanks again.
So what this basically means is we have a weapon shop.
I've been informed about you two. My job is to maintain peace in this city, regardless of the circumstances. I'm just an ordinary police officer, but it doesn't take a genius to know something strange is going on here.
Fair enough.
I'm only doing what I think is right.
So you're selling weapons to minors. That's what you consider doing what's right. Well, if it's useful, I can't really question it. So we can buy weapons or armor. Let's take a look at what weapons he has. We can get a blade for ourselves, a blade for Junpei, or a bow for Yukari. Now, I should point out that our character can wield any type of weapon. However, Junpei can only wield two-handed swords, and Yukari can only wield bows. We are also the one who currently can only hold... Wait. Oh no, this is the one for us. This is the one for Junpei. We can wield one-handed swords, so that's kind of going to be our thing. It's my preferred weapon type anyway. So, compared to our current sword, as you can see, it'll actually compare. This has pretty good stats, but these aren't really that big of upgrades, so I'm not that sold on them. However, these armor upgrades are a significant difference. I think if we can get 2 rubber soles, and we can use that to equip our party. Actually, I think we'll get 2 high-tech sandals. Because these are actually really good for this early on in the game, and they'll remain relevant for a significant amount of the game. Let's go ahead and equip those for ourselves. And let's go ahead and buy 1 more for another member of our party. No, I already have high-tech sandals on, so... let's go ahead and get some rubber souls for whoever the last person is. It's gonna... Actually, ooh, I kinda wish I hadn't done that. Oh well, I'm sure it's no big deal. Still, yeah, that'll leave us with plenty of equipment. Wait. Junpei, don't be like that. He just gave us 5,000 yen. Just for no reason whatsoever, just gave us 5,000 yen. And you're like, oh, it's only 5,000 yen. That's, seriously, that's a significant amount of money, man. And I'd gladly take 5,000 yen randomly. And even if I was in America, I'd go and exchange it and get free money. Still, not really much left to do. Actually, let's go ahead and stick here in Paulownia Mall and see what we can do for now. Now, there's a number of things we can do after school. However, right now we're kinda limited. For one thing, we don't have any money, which is why I was saying, oh shoot, I regret that decision. But there is one thing I know we can do after school today. We shouldn't just waste the day by heading home and doing nothing. If we head back to the school, actually, we can do one very specific thing. It's one way we can spend our time after school. We can usually just spend time with social links or do one of these other things to raise our stats. Most of the time we'll be doing social links, but there's one other thing we can do to raise our stats tonight so we're not just wasting time. I believe it's right here. The library. Oh, and it's locked. I stand corrected, we actually can't do anything after school today. That is a shame. Normally I'd say we can go to the library and we'd spend the afternoon studying, which can raise our academics, but it looks like today there's nothing we can actually do. And I assume we could like go around the mall and spend money, but honestly that equipment is... I'm pretty happy with that equipment. Still, I guess we'll just head back to the dorm for the night. And that'll be that. So, let's see now. You know, the place we live is a little bit trashy. I mean, look, there's bottles and cans sitting out and just trash bags. Not a big fan, but other than that, it's actually a pretty nice area. I never realized that. If you stand right here, you can see cars drive by. It's an interesting little detail. Yeah, it's almost nighttime. If we go back to the dorm, it'll automatically become night. And it'll actually waste the afternoon, but right now there's nothing much we can do, so it's worth just heading back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. So we're gonna continue leading the team. Alrighty then. So basically, we're now not restricted to a curfew. We can go out at night if we so choose, and we can also talk to Mitsuru, and we can choose to go to Tartarus at night. It's good to check everyone's status. If she says everyone's healthy, you're pretty much good to go, though. Otherwise, you can actually check everyone's stats directly. If you hit please tell me, you can actually check here on everyone's stats and basically have a little detail about them. Which is an interesting little detail. But I don't think I'll be going to Tartarus tonight, particularly. I'm gonna see what we can't do anything around town, either. In fact, tonight is kinda just gonna be a night where we do nothing. Which is gonna be unusual, but we can afford it right now. We can't afford to do that too many times, though. And go ahead and save here, and just to make sure that I have as many save states as possible. Still, once that is done, we're gonna head back to our dorm for the night. And actually, it's been about 30 minutes of episode. I'm sorry. Well, no, actually a fair amount happened this episode. We got to explore Tartarus. We actually got to continue our... Well, we didn't really get to continue our social link. We just kind of got one with the Fool Arcana. It wasn't a super progress-filled episode, but trust me, these episodes will get more eventful as the game goes on. So, that'll be it for this episode. This has been Wentus. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time when I continue my Let's Play of Persona 3 FES.